see behind the technology sort of image are a representation of various Web 2.0 services. But it's an old picture, actually, and so I can bet that half of those actually don't really exist anymore. The other part of it is another very important component that most people overlook is culture, and for the bio-crowd, I put cell culture, even though I mean, mindset and culture. So the differences with this sort of new and social media approach is that technology has really lowered the barriers to entry. It's made it really highly accessible to people. It facilitates interaction. It promotes two-way communication. It democratizes influence channels, and it's highly targeted, so you can reach niche audiences much easier. And on the cultural shift or attitudinal side, it's about sharing information and knowledge. It's about personal perspectives, shared meaning, conversational and community. It's about culture of participation. It's about user-generated content and self-directed or self-requested information. So it's not so much to push, it's all about the pull. And what that means for us as an industry as well as a business, so in terms of corporations, especially in this industry, is a need to change our approach. To change it from push broadcast to pull content, from a monologue to a conversation, from individual consumption to group participation, from sales and marketing pitches that we're so used to authenticity and transparency, from attracting publicity to pursuing interaction. Because if you actually have authentic interaction, it'll lead to genuine engagement, and that leads to trust. And it's only after you gain trust that you can get influence and loyalty. And if you look at any sort of study of sort of engagement, so in this case it's Edelman's health engagement barometer, you'll see that the one factor that's most important to consumers is trust. And so that's the one thing you have to remember is trust is the most important and valuable factor when you are interacting in this medium. And if you look at other studies, what it's shown is that in terms of sources of information for health, the public tends to find the internet the most satisfying source of information of all media, as opposed to print, television, or radio. But most importantly, social media is actually more popular than porn these days. So, the undisputed king of the internet is now displaced by social media. And if you want to know where it fits in, a lot of people think it's just about technology and marketing. What I'd like to tell you is it goes much more beyond that. Here is an image or a graph put together by somebody by the name of Jeremiah Aoyang from webstrategist.com. Jeremiah has sort of depicted the fact that you can fit social media in almost the entire path of a product life cycle. So there's a component of social media that you can use at every stage of a life cycle with many different departments. And to just sort of, as a last slide to illustrate the more than marketing approach, there's several things you can do. You can listen, you can engage and embrace, you can energize, you can support your customers. And those all fall into different groups. It could be market research, it could be marketing, it could be PR and communications, it could be sales and marketing, it could be customer service. And that's just a sample, not even thinking about some of the internal things you can do with these types of tools. So just to set everybody into a mindset of thinking beyond marketing and technology.